Well, good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Friday morning. It is the 12th day of January 2024. This is the morning briefing coming to you from the home weather office. And as I look out the window of the home office, well, we got some clouds. Not really thick clouds, but enough cloud cover that will dim the sunshine today and make for another relatively cool day with temperatures in the 50s. Certainly another chilly morning. 30s this morning, 50s this afternoon, but today will be a dry day. Looking at rain and snow tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a rainy day, but not enough rain to cause any problems. Streams and creeks and all that sort of thing will be just fine. We'll see snow in the Sierra. There'll be chain controls. There'll be slow travel in the mountains tomorrow, and it'll also be a little bit breezy. So let's go through what it is that we are expecting during the day tomorrow. You can just see this area of cloud cover streaming in from the Pacific. This isn't an ideal situation, but we do have a nice tap of moisture arcing our way. And we're going to be able to squeeze out some nice rain from that. It should be orographically induced. Another way of saying we're going to see more rain in the foothills than we are in the valley, which is normal, but we haven't been seeing some of that recently. But what's going to happen is as this moisture streams across the Pacific, the winds aloft will become aligned more along the west slope here, and we'll see a lot more rain there. And actually part of the valley may even get a little rain shadowed. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you the HRRR, a high resolution model. Let's get into some of the timing. This is tonight. Now, there will be some snow tonight going north of Redding. There'll be some rain tonight. This is around 9 o'clock tonight. There'll be some rain in Redding, and there likely could be even some rain in the Coast Range. There'll be some rain overnight, but it'll be quite light. And then this is tomorrow morning. This is at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. You'll notice that from Sacramento County to the north, it's raining. Now, the snow level, I wouldn't be surprised if we start off with snow, let's say at 4,000 or 4,500 feet, very light. But then it's going to get warmer as we go through the day. And so the snow level will actually go up and probably settle in somewhere around 5,500 feet. So for those of you at some of those lower elevations below 5,000 feet, this is not going to be a snowmaker there. You'll also notice that we aren't seeing much rain south of Stanislaus County. And so areas like Turlock and Modesto, and even Sonora and Groveland may not see much in the way of rain this time around. We'll see some rain, but not as much as we'll see in points north, especially early on. I think that'll change as we head into the afternoon hours. All right, here is the middle part of the day, and then this is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Snow in the Sierra above, let's say, 5,000. You'll notice the gradient here is relatively tight, meaning a nice southeasterly wind. The winds will pick up late in the afternoon. I'll show you more of the winds here in just a second. We have the low up here, so the wind is going toward the low, basically right up the valley. And so we have our classic southeasterly winds that will be gusting as high as 30 miles an hour, especially from Sacramento to the north, mostly in the valley. That's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then as we head into the evening, this is around 9 o'clock. This will probably be our best rain, some of the steadiest rain, little boundaries sliding through here. And as the boundary slides through, we see all the precipitation, and that's early on Sunday morning. There'll likely still be some of that precip around early on Sunday morning. I talked about the wind, so I'll show you that here. These are wind gusts off the HRRR, and you'll see that as that boundary comes in late in the afternoon, that the winds start to get gusty. These areas highlighted in this pink color are winds that are gusting 33, 34 knots. So that would be in areas like Sacramento and Marysville and points north. Around Stockton and Modesto, it'll be breezy, but not as much. As well as the east side of the valley usually sees stronger winds. So areas like Ione and Folsom and Lincoln may see some winds also gusting into the low 30s. We're not usually too concerned about winds that are gusting into the 30s. It's just breezy. Usually takes gusts over 40 to start bringing down tree limbs and that sort of thing. So that's the wind at around 7 o'clock. And then as that boundary goes through, the winds die down. So there'll be some winds that'll kick up in the late afternoon. I'm going to show you the same thing with a lower resolution model, but this is the NAM. But it'll show you the same thing. And the reason I want to show you the NAM is because, as I'm going to show you in just a second, there is some difference, there's some difference in the models when it comes to higher resolution models. But this is around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This looks very similar to what I just showed you with the HRRR. a low up here, a gradient, rain just about everywhere, tapers south of Modesto, and snow in the Sierra above 5,000 feet. This little band right in here slides through the area in the late afternoon and evening. That's around 7 o'clock. And then Sunday morning, there's still going to be some snow showers. Plan on chain controls still to be up on Sunday morning, as it'll take Caltrans a little while to get the roads cleared out. But then as we head into Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, we are dry, and we will be dry probably all of next week. All right, so I just showed you the NAM. Let me show you how much rain the NAM is showing you. This number right here, that may be tough to read, I'll just scroll over it. This is the Sacramento area. The exact number that says right there is 1.32. As I scroll over it, it says 1.52, whatever. So that's showing what it is in Sacramento. In these areas in red, we go up toward places like Grass Valley, Nevada City, 2.5 to 3 inches of rain. And you go a little bit farther south, areas like Calaveras and Tuolumne County, more like 1.5 inches. And then look at these areas highlighted in green. This would be parts of Yolo County, Colusa County, Glenn County, 1/4 inch of rain. So this is classic rain shadowing. You'll also notice that along the coast, it's 4 or 5 inches of rain. So what happens is the flow comes in off the Pacific, the coast range pushes it up, we squeeze out some rain, but then you get down drafts, which is actually helping to dry the air a little bit. So you get rain shadowing here, and then we get back to the lift on the east side of the valley and into the foothills, and then you can really see the rain shadow here in the Sierra, where this basically keeps Reno dry. But notice the difference here that Sacramento on this run keeps 1.52. This is the NAM. It has nice resolution, but there's a finer resolution version of the NAM. And as I run through that, because the resolution is tighter, this one shows 1/3 inch of rain in Sacramento, maybe as much as 1/2 inch of rain in Sacramento. So this really could be one of those cases where, let's say Sacramento and Davis see intermittent rain with maybe 4 or 5/10 inch of rain, but Roseville, Folsom, Loomis see 1 inch of rain. Areas like Cameron Park, Grass Valley see 1.25 inches. So we could see 1.25 inches in Cameron Park and less than 1/2 inch in Sacramento, and certainly less in a place like Tracy. Tracy may not see much rain at all. So it's really interesting to see the way the models, once you get the higher resolution, the 1 kilometer models versus 4 kilometer models. The 4 kilometer just means that the spacing of the grid is 4 kilometers apart. The NAM nest that I just showed you, the grid spacing is 1 kilometer apart. So it's just kind of one of those interesting things. So it could be one of those cases where we see rain shadowing. So for those of you on the west side of the valley, in all those areas, let's say along I-5, Woodland and Esparto, you'll see a lot less rain than you'll see on the east side of the valley in areas, let's say, like Auburn or Lincoln or Loomis. And then, like I said, Sunday will dry out, and then next week does look like we'll get back to some dry weather. Good snow for the Sierra, 1 foot or more at Donner Summit. It'll be somewhat heavier snow in terms of the water content, which is good. We need all the water content that we can get, but it will make for slow driving up over the Sierra all day tomorrow and probably even into Sunday morning. So that's everything I've got for you on this Friday morning. I'll be in the suit and tie and in the studio at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.